Welcome back, everyone, to the Elevation Trail and the continuation of the Wheelie Big Race. I'm your host, Ajax, and today we find out how round 3 is going to shape up. Last time, the first 9 drivers took to the trail, and today, the second set will look to make their next runs count as they pad their overall scores in an attempt to knock Maurice Milestone off his perch at the top of the leaderboard. It's anyone's guess as to where the cut line is going to be, as anything in the low 40s is going to be super sketchy. We've got some very good builders coming, and we've got some very talented drivers. But this course is incredibly unpredictable, and just when you think you've got it figured out, it will rear up and bite you. Duke's tapping his watch as these guys are ready to roll, so let's get the second half underway. The top seed tonight is Indy from the A-Team. She's going up against Disaster Jack from Disaster Racing, and they're going to be matched by Mr. Dark. Let's see who brought the goods. Race 1 goes right now. What in the blue hell was that? As we look at this replay, I don't know what just happened to our feed, but Mr. Dark comes down and we're going to have to take a closer look to see where exactly Jack and Indy Rain are. So there's your markers. There's 1 point, 2 point, 3 point markers. It looks like the judges are giving Indy Rain a 1 and Disaster Jack a 2. Mr. Dark comes down across the line and gets some nice air, but I'm still a bit unsettled by what just happened with our feed. We're going to have to take a quick technical look and see if we can figure it out. Mr. Dark's out in front after the first race. That's a good second effort by Jack, and that's a bit disappointing by Indy Rain. Jack accelerates out of the top half of the course and gets to jump first. He gets into it with Dark a little bit, but that's only because Indy Rain gets into Dark. Jack lands it, but then gets a little squirrely, and Indy Rain kind of pushes Dark into the berm. He goes up and over, and unfortunately that's it for him and Indy Rain. Jack finds another gear and gets it almost to the line, but 9 points is 9 points. Randy, be careful with Dark there. He's got some strange voodoo happening. This is another disappointing run for Indy Rain, as it looks like Dark exhibits a little bit of revenge for that last lap. DJ gets a free run, but he whiffs it right after the jump. Dark comes down and gives him a little love tap. And Indy Rain, I don't know, something's up with her car, I think. Dude, your car looks like it just lost a fight. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have our transmitter sorted out. I honestly don't know what that rogue transmission was or where it came from, but either way, it's absolute heartbreak for Indy Rain, as her tournament is all but done with that showing. Dark and Jack will have to play the waiting game, as I'm not sure those tallies are going to be good enough to reach round 3. Now that being said, let's get moving on to the next group intros. Giorgio is the top seed in this group with 27 points. He's going up against Numbskull from Numbskull Racing and Team DRT3K's Sam Hall. Let's go, boys. Let's get up to the top and show them what you got. Numbskull comes out of the gate with an absolute savage block on Giorgio. Team TRT3K Sam Hall seems to be a little wild, but Numbskull comes up and absolutely cuts Giorgio off. That slows him right down, but then he corrects it right at the jump. Numbskull's got just enough momentum to carry him across the line. That's a big 11 points coming from somebody who had 22. How's that Uber fare doing there, Giorgio? That also may have been the slowest rollover I've ever seen. Make that 2 for 2 for Numbskull, as he's equaled his opening round score in the first 2 laps of round 2. He's got a good battle going with Giorgio up until the jump, but then Sam Hall comes in like a wrecking ball and destroys Giorgio. That leaves Numbskull a wide open track, and he makes no mistake in getting them Dooley Buicks down across the line. I really hope you're offering this guy in your backseat a special discount.
Ajax, Numbskull seems to be staring down Maurice Milestone.
Well, hot damn, we just seen our first perfect run. Numbskull absolutely blisters the course. Sam Hall and Giorgio are battling out to the jump, and they're forgetting that Numbskull's running away with this thing. Giorgio gets across the line, but it's Numbskull who's throwing down the gauntlet. And with the first perfect run of the tournament, Numbskull has taken over first place on the leaderboard. I didn't think Maurice Milestones had done enough to maintain his lead, and Numbskull just proved me right. That was a monster showing for a Dooley Buick. Giorgio also looks to be in a good spot going into the next round. Well, it's pretty much lights out for Sam Hall. 3 more drivers are all that's left, so let's get them going. Duke's still looking to make us proud in his hillbilly hoonigan. He's going up against Chicken George, who didn't want to be here. And last but not least, Scotty, all the way from Luxembourg. Okay, boys, you know the score. You know what you need. Let's get out there and get her done. Scotty comes out of the gate on a mission. As Chicken George and Duke get into it, Scotty gives him also a little rub-dub there, and that encourages Duke to go over. He collects Chicken George and allows Scotty to run away with the first lap. You're alright, Duke. We gotcha. Duke just told Chicken George this is his house, and he ain't gonna take any of his crap. He puts him into the berm, spins it 180 degrees, and backs it down the rest of the course. Scotty gets squirrely and almost takes Duke out, but he's able to find a gap big enough to get his hillbilly hoonigan through and down across the line for 11 points. That was an absolutely wild ride by Duke. He comes down the top half of the course, loses it a little bit, overcorrects, takes a shot at Chicken George, but Chicken George and Scotty both find lines down across the line. It was a decent save by Duke, but Scotty takes the win. And Scotty just dropped the mic in front of Numbskull. What a clutch performance by the man from Luxembourg. He vaults himself into third place behind Maurice Milestones with an incredible effort, which sees him land on 50 points. Here's what the results of this last group means. The cut line has been set at 43 points. This means that 12 drivers have qualified for round 3, and we have to say goodbye to Uncle Elvis, Blank, Sam Hall, Sneaky Bob, Indy Rain, and Arlo. Your builds were awesome, and we hope to see you again soon at the Lakeridge Heights. Congratulations does go out to Numbskull of Numbskull Racing, Scotty of Neckel Racing, Maurice Milestones of Milestones Racing, Disaster Jack from Disaster Racing, Grey Wizard from Golden Owl Tattoo, Giorgio from G-Force Racing, Piper Petrolhead from 905, Duke from Lakeridge Heights, Papa Pugsley from Manchild Motorsports, Chicken George from NDR, we got Hades from Team Karmic Racing, and Dubious Diecast Mr. Dark. You 12 have made the next round, but from here we will slash the field in half, as only 6 drivers will escape round 3. The groups will get reshuffled, and the racers' success will ultimately be determined by how consistent their cars perform. Let us know who you think has the best shot at making the top 6. Seeing how both Numbskull and Scotty shot up the ranks, everyone has a shot, as everyone's within spitting distance of the lead. I've been your host, Ajax, and this has been round 2 of the Wheelie Big Race from the Elevation Trail at Lakeridge Heights. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Sam, I think that dog just peed on your car.